We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A tackle that time by William Hayes.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On first down, this is Geis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's Geis, busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The toss play to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Let's go now. 54. Hey, hold on. 54 miles. Not today, you are. Not today.
From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to John Ross. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And it's off the crossbar. Oh, he couldn't even get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing now is Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Another run, this time McCaffrey. He spins free. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Jackson looking to throw on third. He finds his target, Fuller. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing is Jackson. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Great 15, great 15.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Go. Ready? Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Man, 5-7. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Let him know. Let him know.
Throwing is Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 33.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Eagles.
Here we go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Working from the gun. Wentz looking deep down. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz going to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's
no,
just kind of a jab. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Two jet.
Let's go.
Hey, echo.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
81.
Tighten up.
Hey, Alpha.
53's the Mike. 53.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Jonathan Allen, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Third and long.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Nixon will try the right side. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
74.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Five.
Me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Go. 280.
58. Come on. Let's go, D.
Kill.
58.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 13 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here we go. 180.
Check. 53. Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Done. 180.
Check. 53.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 120.
Get ready. Get ready.
Sunday. Hey, shoot.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
No.
This time, 7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They toss to Mixon. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Mixon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Washington Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Right there, 56.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got Fuller. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. So that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
This is McCaffrey. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Eagles 23, Redskins 20.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Peterson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now a give right side. Mixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a run with McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Ready?
All day, every day, any day.
Now a give, right side. Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Philadelphia,